Hey guys, I played a friend yesterday, and I thought the game had some interesting twists and turns. Um, I don't know how to say it. There's some specific things that I think could be really helpful. So let's take a look. I'm white, lots of choices here. I went ahead and played this way. When you play, try to get a perspective on not just your stones, but both colors and how they interact. So, for instance, from one thing, we see two things on this board already. One is when we flatten white, this is a really low, uninteresting thing for white. So that comes up right away. And secondly, black didn't haunt it. And this haunt is very powerful because he has a 3 in a row shape that's not enough, if you remember that proverb. And this allows me to grow while hurting him or bothering him. Okay, so if I make good here, which is not necessary at all, I have no weakness there, just he's going to get some profit, then he gets to fix his problem. So the timing here seems to me, let's all remember that when the 9 Don walks in the room, he could say, hey, who's this Shygost guy? He knows nothing. But black can make good his move in Sente, so I played this first. No reason not to double honey, which hurts his 3 in a row shape, right? I'm using up, getting ready to do Ataris. And now there's a fundamental mistake I make here. Um, let's look at two scenarios. If I fix and he plays away, I'm not saying he should. And let me just put a couple stones down here just to make it really obvious. Okay, you see me growing the right. It's fantastic. I have every right to do this. But if you look the other way, just want to throw away a white stone. Now I don't want to do it, right? Because I'm building a wall which is of no value. I'm sorry, this is here. Sorry about that. So if I come up, I mean, you can just negate it, right? Okay, so in the game, I play here. It's completely inappropriate. He can flatten me anytime he wants, immediately taking away my wall. And now the cut's more meaningful because I'm not, don't have what it takes over there. Those are really bad move, and I need to just fix my shape. Now when he plays here, I don't mind just submitting because I'm not trying to do anything more than take basic points on the right. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. Here I have a chance to fix. If I fix, there's a hole, right? That's kind of a big hole. So he's going to want to fix that, at which point I can start coming out and growing the right again. But instead, I use this shape. Now, I like this shape. It's a shape I figured out by myself. I know it's a standard shape that everyone knows, but I didn't know that. And the point of this is no ladders work for black. This doesn't work because Atari. Point being that when you haunted ahead of 2, ladders don't work on either side. I remember figuring that out. I was 5 down when I figured that out. It's like, oh, I like that. But again, I need to just fix at A. Then he needs to fix, yeah. Here, there's decisions to make. Decision 1, can black withstand if black ignores, white comes down? Can he do anything about that? Well, that's pretty harsh. I'm getting a great wall on top, and he's going to be lucky to survive. So no, he can't do that. So he fixed this way with the shape point, which looks great. However, is there some reason not to come out? If we look at this, just a ladder, that's not a problem, and a net, both. If this way, easy enough to take care of, and AI says just go this way. Well, it says go this way. Perhaps this is next. So the Atari is simply bigger. That's a hard question. Do I play stronger or do I play bigger? We face that constantly. And then I fix. And then he does this correctly. Now, once he puts this down, I realize the error of my ways. So I'm getting very little on the right. He's getting a whole lot on the bottom. This feels terrible. Well, I do my deal here. And he comes back for the Atari. There's some problems here. Let's go through them. His A group, not weak. Then why play this side? He's strong enough to play this side, I believe. And if not, then just here. And then everything's fine. So he's not weak there. So he pushed from behind, which is only something you do when you have to, and he didn't have to. He defended when he didn't have to. So he went on the wrong side and did it slowly. I mean, this would be a lot faster and better, but also it's not needed. Okay. Secondly, the shape on the right, we've seen it a million times. White has a weakness here, right? And there's 2 ways to abuse it. One is this way. Now, if white doesn't do anything, this stone's alive. That's powerful. So this is one way to abuse that problem. And there's other things like sometimes you'll see this, but that's the one side. The other is you can press here in Sente. So we usually stop here and say, well, I don't know which one I want to use, so I'll wait. But in this case, we know perfectly well. Of course we want the bottom, and of course we want to force white to take the right. This is the only move. And now, I mean, he can just do it again, right? This is, I need to respond here. Gosh, here. His mistake has come back. Yeah, I prefer the black stones now. But he didn't. He went this way. I get to come up. Now, with this wall and this position, do you see the surround happening? I get that whole thing because of this one turn at Q7. I mean, or rather, that's the seed where it all comes from. Okay, let's check out. This is the time to figure out what's going on, right? I'm fine, he's fine. That's when you take a breath and decide on a course of action. Let's consider the courses of action. I like black A. Defends my group and moves into his biggest area. Seems to me I could do that right now, not a problem. Maybe best, I don't know. What else? Invade, round B. Well, that seems premature. It's not that easy, and it's not like black can take it all in one move anyway. Maybe he can. Just switch up to 3-3, the C point, or start the whole bother the D stones going for a big center. Well, one proverb that has really helped to keep me honest is don't play away from the action. That's a big proverb in my book. And I have a weak A group, and he has a weak D group, and there's a big center at play, and he's wide open at B. So I'm doing that picture. Let's look at the different ways of doing that. I can come up at A, peeking at the cut. So it would be here, probably here. I'm going to haunt A. He'll come out, and I go forward capturing the stones. Okay. The bottom of the board isn't his, but it is looking good for him. Kind of like, yeah, I got some stuff, but he got some stuff too, and he got Sente. I wouldn't go this way. Too easy on black. Well, what if I go further? Let's do that one. Now, this is us getting used to reading quick little readouts, right? And we generally don't read all the way out, but rather just enough to get a picture. So boom, 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 boom. He'll fix. I come out pretty similar. I'm getting more. He's getting a little less. Better. Okay. Sorry. Sip of coffee. One moment. Yes, it's morning. So, is white strong enough to play A? Yes. Is white strong enough here to play B? It does, after all, leave two cuts, right? Two cuts there. Yeah, we're strong enough. Okay, are we strong enough to go further? We don't see that much. It's funny. But at the right time, C is powerful. And I thought it fits perfectly. So I played the long one. Boom, 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 boom. So we see some stuff happening here. First, I didn't even consider a better move than this. I can play this one. Same move. But it's doing a lot more. If he captures the stone, then I'm getting more and more out here, right? And there's a really big gap between A and B that I can mess with easily. So he's not really thrilled with that. So it comes out here. Much harder for me to capture the A stones. On the other hand, his bottom is quite full of holes. I played here. I thought I was being fancy. I thought I had read it out enough. I was wrong. I'm thinking this is a standard, it's there's two sister moves. There's this one and this one. See how they're the same? So let's start with this. Kari, fix. Ooh, white has thick stones in right where white wants them. Really bothering that. I mean, black is near death on the bottom there. Okay. So black would prefer to go this way. Well, the ladder doesn't work. So we generally see this. Ah, look what I'm getting in the center. Huge. So at the right time, you see how valuable this is. And I thought about this, and then I thought about this, thinking, well, it's kind of the same thing, except now I'm getting the side I actually want, which is his weak bottom area. And I say to myself, the ladder doesn't work, which is true. What I didn't realize is he can drive me down. Yikes. This is really hard for white. Way in black's favor. So, how about just playing this way? Well, still, maybe. I mean, maybe he needs to come back and I get out. What about this way? Well, that puts us back in this position again. So what's the answer? Ah, let's start here. He has to think very seriously about what's going to happen to this cutting stone. Can he fight and kill the cutting stone? So it really puts him on the spot. And if we look at it from another perspective, I'm white. I want to live somewhere on the bottom. Bam, that's the spot. No question about it. So it's just good timing, good everything. But I wasn't good enough to see it. I played this way. Here I'm thinking, hey, my plan is working. I'm going to get a massive center. And then I go, uh-oh, I didn't see that. And I'm thinking, man, I'm going to die. Game over. I just can't believe that I fell for that. He didn't see it. Thank goodness. Now I either capture the stone or Atari and kill something. So, bam, game over on my side rather than his side. So, everything we're looking at here isn't so much a positional judgment as it is tactics. So, he plays this way. Thank you, Atari. Capture. Come on down. Capture. It's really good for me. Okay, he's now thick in the center. He has a panuki there, lots of thickness. So my 4 stones there are officially weak. So good time to start saving them. The ladder works for me, right? Thank you very much. Let's double honey and fix. He can't cut me because it's a net. So I can come after him. Into the corner, capture some stones. This is bigger than it looks, and it looks big too, because I get this move. This is huge. He can't save because I just kill. So he has to back off. Snap back. But you can't play it now because he'll just ignore. He's already alive in the corner. It's not exactly true because I kill him in the corner. But you see, this is a very powerful move here. So instead, I get out and aim at the bottom stones. Now, I didn't phrase that correctly. I said I'm aiming at the A stones. No, I'm attacking the A stones. I'm aiming at the B stones. The whole attack on A is going to give me a wall, and then I'm coming after the B stones. Now, I assume I won't catch them. Then what will happen? I'm actually going to capture the C stones. Now, this may sound horribly strategic. It's not at all. So, let's do a hypothetical strategy. Is that the right planning? I'm going to do A so that I really do B so that I finish up with C. Wow, that's complex. Not at all. I'm attacking A. I have attacked A literally 100,000 times. What have you found 90% of the time? That B gets in trouble. It's not a strategy, it's an observation. Oh, and that's happened 75,000 times. When that happens, do you kill B? Usually not. You end up capturing C on a big scale. So it's observation. It's not strategy. It's like, I've done this. I can't tell you. I've learned so much that Go is about the strength and weaknesses of groups. It's dominoes. I've done it so many times. A is weak. You chase that. B becomes weak. You chase that. C becomes weak. You chase that. It's just dominoes. Okay. He gets some sente moves in and gets out. Get a handle on the stone, which makes everything weak. Really? He surrounded me. It means nothing because I'm alive. Even if he plays E2 saving his stone, I'm still alive. So there's 0 attack. But the knight's move, he's basically running with the knight's move because his group is weak. But I can just cut. The ladder works for me. So I cut. And here I play the fancy move again, which may or may not be correct. We do this again. Fix. And down. Okay. So this A stone does a few things. Let's say I don't do that, and he starts to live, and then I do whatever, and he fixes his cut. My point is that this A group doesn't have a base, doesn't have anything. But I can cut and kill. But that's only one option. When I play here, now I can kill one of two things. And I can get home easily. So very strong move, totally surrounding black. Look what it does against black's center. Makes great thickness against the center. Okay, so check out the B group. Here, ooh, that hurts the B group. Can no longer count on going to the left at all. Without that, yeah, the free move to the left, not anymore. So really, really affecting the center. Okay. Boom. Trying to live on the bottom. Ah, I get this for free now. He's going to save because it threatens the cut, so I come back. Have you been keeping your eye on the bottom right? Can you see the life and death? Some of you are going, what are you talking about? It's just alive, unconditionally alive. No, it's not. We'll get there. He goes to make life. I'm doing some reading here, and I'm going, you know, I think this works. Boom, boom. Sorry. Boom. Connect under. Now I can no longer count on my 3 white stones, right? I better save my center. Okay. Now I either capture A or I capture B. Now I know I'm fine. Start the center attack. I can cut him here, right? Get on the right button. Sorry. I need to save. I'll save here. Look at his bottom group. There are questions there about life and death. Well, without thinking about what the truth is here, what is alive, what is dead, I start this, and he's like, okay, let's get rid of that. Okay. Capture on a large scale. He makes sure those center stones can't go anywhere. And I go to kill the corner. There's still a few of you going, that doesn't work. Yes, it does. It's a perfect co for me because there's that very nice co-threat. If he goes to save, what am I risking? That's the question in all codes. What are you risking? A couple of points in the corner. 2, 4, 5. I'm risking 5. He's risking how many? I don't know, 30. So go. He's thinking hasn't played in a while, and he's getting a little confused here, and he misses completely. So when I capture, he's just dead. So a couple misreads on his part, but still some really interesting things, specifics, and to me, I know way better than this. I know I'm going to get flattened. So what was I do building my wall? I got to play here. So if he flattens me, I don't care. I didn't try to build it. But that I tried to build it, no, it just never crossed my mind. Once it did, I'm like, oh my God, what have I done? I'm going to put all this effort in and I can't get anything for it. So a couple of these things, then we have questions about, when should I cut? When should I fix? One small thing I didn't mention was I prefer to save my cut this way, but later on, if I don't respond correctly, there's some corner issues here that could be a problem, which is why I specifically played strong here. Okay, so some stuff to see. Hopefully it made some sense. Thanks, guys. Bye.